Okay, so we're going to be going over your white belt requirements for your first stripe. We're going to break this first stripe section into a couple different videos. The very first thing is learning how to bow. Okay, so you're going to go into what's called Masubi Dachi. So basically, Ryland's going to bring his feet together with his heels together, just like this. So his feet are out in a V. You can make your feet a little bit wider, your toes a little wider. And his hands are going to be directly to the side. So not necessarily in front of you, just kind of here off to the side. Okay. Hands are open, and then he wants to have good posture, and then when he bows, he's going to bend at the waist, so he's going to keep his back straight. So go ahead, bow, and keep your eyes down when you bow. Good. So his back is straight completely. He's not like hunched over. Bring your head down. He's not hunched over like this. He's got his spine straight, which is good. Okay, and then come back up. Good. Ready? Let's go ahead and turn to the side. And one more time, ready, bow, bend at the waist, good, and then come back up, okay? And then face the front again. So when you bow, it's actually customary that if you're in the presence of an elder or a senior, or in our situation, like a higher rank, especially like your sensei, so for example, every time I ever bow to my sensei, it's customary and good manners, I guess you could say, that the junior or the lower rank or the younger person will bow lower than the elder person or the higher rank or the sensei, right? So if Ryland's right here, we're facing each other. So basically, if I were to go down this low, he would go just a little bit lower, just kind of like out of respect, and we come back up, okay? The sensei would never say, bow lower, because that's like really mean. That's not something that a good sensei would do. But it's just good to know for yourself, because every single time I'm in the presence of a high rank, I always make sure that I bow just a little bit lower, just to kind of show like humility and respect for that person, because they did come before me and they are teaching me, and I am grateful for their teachings. So again, we're right here, Masubi Dachi, feet together, hands to the side, right? Good. And as you heard, Ryland said the word us. So I've been told that us is kind of a shortened phrase or sound for arigato gozaimashita, which basically means thank you very much. Thank you very much for what you're doing. So us is just kind of like a very short form of that. And karate, that is a very common thing to say, us. It's just kind of like a term of respect for the other. So typically when you were to bow to another person, us. And come back up, okay? And then when we say the word rei, R-E-I, if you were to try to write it out in English, literally means respect. It actually doesn't mean bow, which is a really nice thing, because when you tell somebody bow, it's like demanding. But if you're just saying like, hey, I respect you, that adds a whole nother meaning to it, okay? All right, and that is how you bow.